Boy, the weekend is showing out today. Now we got some more stuff. Looks like we finally get to see the premium finish line, and we get to see the packaging that it comes in. And so far, we've got two of the figures have been bought. We got the premium finish Studio Series Bumblebee, which is basically the Volkswagen mold repainted from the Bumblebee movie line. And then we have the premium finish WFC Optimus Prime, of course, which is from Siege. And yeah, I just want to talk about repaints in general, and I'm not going to go too deep, but I'm a little miffed about the Bumblebee. The Prime looks pretty good, and we'll show that off later in the video, but the Bumblebee, to achieve that yellow that they need to achieve, it's off, and it needed maybe a little bit more of some coats behind it, maybe a few coats with a little bit of a black underlaying, just so you can give it that depth, because it's missing. It's for a premium finish, this is definitely lacking. So the yellow is just way too washed, and it needed more, like a banana. You know how bananas, you can see not a ripe banana, but banana when it's getting ripe and it's black and yellow. That's the kind of paint job I think that the premium finish Bumblebee should have. I mean, you did paint the inner arm details a rust sort of brown, but it, in contrast to the original Studio Series, it just looks washed out. I mean, the silver highlights are there, but it just looks washed out. Now on to the Optimus Prime. So I know a lot of people, right off the back will say he's got the green tinted windows, which he should have, because that's how he looked in the cartoon. But the cartoon came a little after I think the toys were released. So I mean, I'm sure they did their own tweaking and everything. So I'm not going to blame Hasbro on this one, because if you recall, when they came out with the Optimus Prime from Transformers Prime, the upgraded one, that's supposed to have like the four wings sticking out the back, he was supposed to have blue tinted windows, but in America they gave him green tinted windows. And of course in Japan they released them with the blue tinted windows and gave him a little bit more of a red and blue. That's how I feel about this, in a sense. It's like the reverse of that. But the battle damage probably is going to be painted on a lot nicer, maybe the tampoing applied better than the Siege version. With the Siege version, if you had 70% alcohol, or not 90, maybe 91, you could get some of that. You could have got the grime off, which is what a lot of people wanted. They just wanted a clean Optimus Prime. That's why a lot of people went for the cell shaded Walmart version, because of it was just a clean paint job. But one thing I will say is, with the darker green tint on the windows, chest windows, and with those cracks looking like lightning cracks almost, it pops. And the battle damage, this is more rusty. Some of the black that's on near the knee joints, that's what I'm talking about, should have been for the Bumblebee. Should have been something like that, scattered in a bit, but I think they did a better job with the Optimus Prime than they did with the Bumblebee. But I just, let me break this down. Like, repaints. Yeah, I know I'm a little off my frames, but this was like, this is the last picture we're gonna have here, but I can't do all the repaints. Like, at some point I gotta say no. And this is 55 when I think I got Siege for 28. Siege Optimus Prime, because they had a sale. Like, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not doing it. Now, I would say if you never had the figure, or, something where you may have only had just one, because there's also a Nemesis Prime repaint done twice, by the way. By both, the Walmart and Takara. It's just too many. At some point, you just gotta hold your wallet for something else. What are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about it. Me personally, I think the Optimus Prime looks good. I'm just not. It ain't working for me. The Bumblebee, no, it ain't that Bumblebee just doesn't cut it for me. It doesn't cut it for me at all. Just like the Prime would cut it for me if I didn't have it about Optimus Prime. The Bumblebee, and that's a pass for $55. But again, what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. I'm Super Robot Ed, signing out. See you soon with more news and reviews. Until then, hang loose.